Hi, my name is Viv Clemens and today I am swatching for you Sizzling Pink. It's one of our options colours that is in a pot. So it's a super bright, vibrant pink. It is absolutely beautiful. Fully opaque and a dream to apply. So here I'm just uncapping the pot so you see what it looks like once you receive your pot. There's a foil wrapping over the top. All you need to do is just use a cuticle pusher or something and just peel that off. Make sure you remove all of it, and then you'll find a little white cap underneath. So you can take that off and then you get to see the colour in the pot. And look at that. So whenever you receive an options colour for the first time, it's really important to give it a good stir. But when you're stirring it, try not to stir it vigorously. You just want to basically kind of fold it and keep sort of gliding around the outside of the pot, folding it over until the pigment and the clear gel and everything all blend together beautifully. So you may need to give it a little stir every time you use it. It depends on how often you use it. But you'll be able to see straight away when you open a pot as to whether you'll need to do that or not. It goes on super creamy, and with options, you'll see that you only need the tiniest amount of product. You'll see that in the swatching that I'm going to be doing for you very shortly. Options is a soak off range, so that means you soak it off as you would any gel polish. You do apply it with a brush, so just your normal gel brush. And what else can I tell you? It is manufactured in Canada. It is cruelty-free. It is vegan. It is odourless. And, you know, personally, I love it. It's a beautiful product to work with. So you can use it either as full coverage for nails, or you can use it as, you know, to basically create art or blending. It's beautiful for blending and so forth. So I've swatched this two ways for you. So I've done it with some tips, and then straight after the tips I've actually done it on a practice finger so that you can see the application with using, you know, X-Bond and so forth. So as you can see, I picked up just a small amount of product on the tip of my brush. I lay it on near the cuticle area, and then I push it up and around the cuticle area and down the side walls, and then with a really light brushing motion you brush it down the nail. So you can see with Sizzling Pink you've got a fully opaque finish on your first coat. So if you're using it as a background for something or whatever, you may not necessarily need to apply a second coat. For the sake of the swatch, we do, and I have cured this in between for 30 seconds in our hybrid LED UV lamp. So this is the second coat, and you know, there's not a huge amount of difference between the first and the second, other than, you know, a slightly more solid finish. So with the top coat today, I'm applying matte on so that you can see how that applies over the tip. And then you can see the finish result with high shine and with matte finish. So I've used shine on as my high shine finish. And here they are. So the other one has been wiped back. So I've removed the dispersion layer. That's the matte finish. And this is the shine on finish. So that's just showing you both. Now we're going to jump straight into the finger. Okay, so we're going to now apply a coat of X-Bond over the entire nail. So I'm going to start a little bit back from the cuticle because I want to offload whatever product I have on the one side of my brush onto the nail so that I don't risk dropping a big sort of drop onto the nail and then running it into the cuticle and sidewalls. So then I'll just inch my way back into the cuticle, or up to the cuticle, and then down the sidewalls. A lot easier to do on a fake finger, but this gives you the idea. Okay, cap the free edge and just make sure you brush over the top so that you don't leave a lip around the free edge. And then just check it in your line of light. Make sure that you've got a nice smooth application. There's nothing stuck in the polish, and when you're happy with it, pop it in and cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, so with the color and using a 111 brush, I'm just going to pick up the color on one side of my brush. And then I'll just tap off that little string. Just move that pot out the way. And I'm going to roll that color down onto the nail. Then just with like a careful sort of brush motion, you could say like a floating motion, I'm going to get it in as close as I can to the cuticle and the sidewalls, and then just glide it down the nail. So I've probably got a little bit too much product here. You don't actually need a lot, so I will take some off. And then smooth it down, cap your free edge. Again, make sure that you don't leave a lip. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could come in with a number 2 outliner brush. Okay, and you can actually just bring it in a little bit closer to the cuticle using the number 2, and just smooth it out as you go so that you don't end up with, you know, like streaks of color. And this will just give you a little bit more control to get it in there nice and close. Or you can do it after you've cured it, you know, for 30 seconds. You can kind of come back with this brush and get in a little bit closer with just a little bit of color on your brush. Okay, so now I'll pop it in and cure it for the full 30 seconds. And now for the second coat. Again, I'm only going to pick up the product on one side of my brush and then just tap that stringy bit off on the end. Just move the pot out the way again, and then roll it onto the nail. So this time I can actually bring the product right up to where I went in and got in that little bit closer with the number 2 brush. And then just glide it down the nail. Cap your free edge. And you can see that it's super creamy and it just kind of levels and smooths out as you go. And again, I probably used a little bit too much product, so I've just taken a little bit off, because you actually don't need to use a lot with options. And you'll get that beautiful full opaque finish with Sizzling Pink especially. So you do, it depends on which product it is, but you will get like an opaque finish with most of them, unless they're designed to be a sheer. So yeah, that's 2 coats. We'll pop that in, cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up with Shine On, which is a tack-free top coat and super shiny. So I'm just going to nudge that up into the cuticle and sidewalls, or as close to the sidewalls as I can get without running it in. Cap your free edge and just smooth it down to make sure you've got a nice even coat, and then check it in your line of light. And if you're all good to go, then pop it in and cure it. And that is pretty much the finished product. So Sizzling Pink, Sizzling Pink, sorry. Options is what I meant to say. Options Sizzling Pink. Beautiful, bright, vibrant pink. And here is a finished effect on tips. So you have your shine on finish and matte on finish. So as you can see with the matte, it does look slightly lighter, but they're both a really beautiful finish. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this swatch of Sizzling Pink. If you're looking to get yourself some or get your hands on some, contact your local distributor and they will be able to help you. All right, so I look forward to bringing you the next one. Take care, stay safe. Bye for now.